unfortunate choice. I won't fault him for it, but I'm not too crazy about it myself. Alright, so we are off. Because of the delay, you may see some runners start sooner than others, but here we go. Starting out with a very simple level here. There's not much to be done in this, and they'll get through this pretty quickly. I believe the exit is somewhere in the center of the level on this one. This is not a level you commonly see in any of the glitchless runs, because it is not part of the route. You would see this in all levels. But generally, there's just a bunch of these Koopas, and they just need to find the route out in the middle and get out of the level. That's it. And you can see that down here, Beast is grabbing this this carrot, and he gets out, and so does Oh Dear. So Beast is in the lead, Oh Dear right behind him, and they are both going to the left. So that is the normal route if you were doing 80%. Rave and Mal coming out as well. Everyone is going to the left, unfortunately. Usually it's nice to have a little bit of a change up, but it looks like we're all doing the same route here to begin with. This is a pretty simple level, especially with the fact that they have a carrot. If they didn't, there would be some significant areas of lag here, but basically you're just going to fly over the level. It makes it very easy. Alright, so simple exit there. We haven't seen any physics changes yet. Beast heading to Tree Zone 2 now, and that is actually Tree Zone 2, so this is not randomized. This is the normal Tree Zone 2 level with normal physics, so I'm sure they're happy to see this maybe. Anyway, this has two exits. There's a bottom exit and there's a top exit. So, depending on a lottery, they may choose the wrong one or the right one. This is part of the randomizer. The whole thing is some levels have two exits. One will bring you to a place that you do not want to go, and the other one will bring you to the correct place. And if you go to the wrong place, you're going to lose a significant amount of time. So hopefully these runners choose correctly. We'll see where they go. I can see that Oh Dear is going to take the top exit here, so we'll see how that suits him. Beast is also taking the top exit. Looks like Mal is going down and then up, and Rave will be taking the bottom exit. Okay, so Beast taking the wrong exit, and Oh Dear taking the wrong exit. They are resetting and going back into the level. Actually, Oh Dear is going to go through this moon level because it's a pretty short level. But Beast is resetting and going back through this level, in which he will take the bottom exit. So now Rave is in the lead. Rave took the bottom exit, and now he is in Tree Zone 4, which is actually part of Pumpkin Zone. So you can see that there are more than just levels randomized here. Even the spikes are randomized, and you can see that they have actually become enemies in some areas, which kind of makes running through these levels a little bit more tricky. You can see enemies are basically just falling out of the sky. Alright, so, looks like Oh Dear is heading over to the bottom exit. Beast is heading a different direction because he has a fire flower. Let's see, Mal heading into the same level that Rave is about to leave. So Rave will be the first one to Tree 5. Sorry, I had to calculate that in my head just because I'm not used to saying Tree 5. But yeah, Tree Zone 5 is actually Tree Zone 5. So once again, not randomized, but unfortunately Rave gets put into Small Mario there, so he'll have to take a slow way out. Alright, so you can see that there's a number of jumps that you have to do here. He is jumping on these... Oh no, and he falls down. Okay, so Rave gets pushed behind a little bit there, and he'll have to redo that level while Mal comes in, and he should be encountering Tree Zone 5 very shortly. Alright, so Beast took the rightmost path, and now he is also in this level, and he has the carrot, so he'll be able to make it through pretty easily. Beast might actually get in the lead now. I would imagine he would. Alright, so oh dear, in a bit of a jam there. Loses his ears, which is unfortunate. While Beast is just making it through this level with no issues whatsoever. So he'll get to the bird boss first. Rave unfortunately dying again, and Mal dying. So hopefully these two get through this level fairly quickly. They did take the bell, so there's no issue there. They're already halfway through. You can see that Beast is killing this bird basically by flying up and hopping on top of him, and that's it. 1 golden coin. Alright, so Rave is now in the bird fight. He has to be a little bit more careful. He's Small Mario. Definitely does not want to die here. So he's just going to jump on top of the bird once and wait for the bird to come down to get the other two. Alright, very nice. So Rave is through in second place. Mal coming up right behind him. Just getting over these blocks by running on top of them. There's no need to jump her. He is going to get that carrot. Oh, man! And that was a little bit spooky, but he made it through, so no issue there. Alright, so Deer, right below him, pulling some tricks here to get the carrot. Almost get... Oh, and he gets hit. That's unfortunate. Alright, so Deer will come up right behind Mal. Mal playing it safe here. And in the meantime, we have Rave and Beast in the Space Zone. Rave actually has the normal entry level for Space Zone here, where you basically just float across the entire screen. There's nothing much to it. Whereas Beast has, I believe this is Pumpkin Zone 2, a pretty simple level. Not much going on here, not many ways to die or become Small Mario, so should be pretty simple for him to get through this. Deer and Mal getting their first coin, and we see Rave coming in right behind Beast here. Alright, so 2 exits here again. Beast is going for the top exit. We'll see if he's correct. And he is not, so he will have to do this level or do a quick reset. And he will do a quick reset to take the other exit. So the thing about the top exit here is you do need the ears to get up to it. Rave does not have them, so automatically he is going to go to the bottom exit, and that will allow him to get the lead. In the meantime, we just see O'Dear and Mal floating through this easy level. And Rave about to finish up and head to the final level of Space Zone. So what do we have here? You know, I mean, it is a randomizer, but this is incredibly unrandomized for what it is. This is the normal Space Zone 2. As you may know, if you played this game as a kid, this is where the star song is. But since the music is randomized as well, it's not necessarily the star song. Either way, Rave is basically just going to make his way through this level very easily. There's no physics changes yet, we haven't seen anything too drastic, so simple level. Once he gets to the end, he is going to want to kill Tatanga with fireballs, if he can get up to Fire Mario. That's the fastest way to do it. But we'll see what power-ups he gets. Oh, boss level stay, of course. Thank you, Squirrel. Alright, so everyone is basically on the same screen. It's an auto-scroller. It's space physics. It is actually the longest level in the game, if you run it optimally. The castle is a little bit shorter, but due to the fact that this is a auto-scroller, it is a very long level. Rave did die there, but I think it might have been just... I don't know what happened. I'm, I'm sorry, I totally missed that. Alright, so Mal getting a 1-up. Unfortunately, he's now Small Mario again. Hopefully he'll get another power-up somewhere along the way. I think there are about 3 left for him. He does need to play it somewhat cautious, just because of these stars here. Yep, so the coins stay coins. As you can see, he still gets coins out of those. It's the other blocks that are important. He wants to get the ones that are normally power-ups. You can see that Oh Dear just grabbed the Fire Flower there. Very, very good. Grab the Fire Flower, grab the bell, so he's in good shape. Beast also has a Fire Flower, so he should make quick work of Tatanga here. Tatanga is the boss. That was not the best fight, but he got through it fairly quickly. The problem is he is Small Mario again, which kind of doesn't give him the best options going forward. Let's see what Deer does. Alright, Deer has a nice fight. So Deer is large Mario still. Mal taking it easy here. So Mal will have to wait until the tongue comes back down again, and I think he just needs one more hit. But unfortunately, Mal is also Small Mario. So we see that Beast is in the lead. This is another one of the Pumpkin Zone levels that Beast is in right now. As Small Mario, not really the best level to be in because of all these enemies arranged this way. So he does grab the bell here because there are 2 exits. So we'll see how Beast fares here. And Rave finishing off the Tonga as well as Small Mario. Alright, so Beast sticks with Fire Mario here. We'll see what Deer does once he gets into this room. He does have the choice to get either Fire Flower or the carrot in the corner, and he will stick with Fire as well. So Beast going down to the lower exit. Yes, and we do have the Star Song here, so any fans of the Star Song, enjoy it while it lasts. We don't know if he'll hear it again. Alright, so Beast leaves the level, and that's not really the best outcome, but it's not completely bad either. The good thing about Macro Zone is when you get a level like that at the beginning, both paths will lead you to the end. It's just that one path is going to be quicker. So pretty simple level here for Beast. He gets through it really quickly. And he's going to stick with Fire Mario once again to see what he gets afterwards. Alright, this is a pretty simple level as well. Not much going on here. Let's see, Rave heading downwards, so he's going to take the bottom exit as well. Mal taking the bottom exit, and of course Deer is in this level, so I would assume he took the top exit. I totally missed it, but I'm guessing he is probably in the lead at this point. Unfortunately, he has an auto-scroller, so maybe he's not in the lead. Alright, so Beast getting through that, and yeah, Beast is still in the lead. He's coming down to the final level of Macro Zone here. See, the problem with the auto-scroller is it really does stifle your ability to move forward, even if you think you have the better path. There's absolutely nothing you can do but just wait. So, yeah. As Squirrel said before, the boss levels are not randomized, which I totally forgot about, and I apologize. But, yeah, this is a pretty technical level if you're doing any % runs, but not too hard. I think it's a lot of fun to do this level, actually, so he'll finish up shortly and get to the rat boss, and then get his third golden coin. In the meantime, Mal and Rave getting through this level with the fireplace, whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure if there's an official name for this. I just call it the fireplace level. And Deer entering the final level of Macro here, as Beast does get his third golden coin. So you can see that Mal has to be a little bit careful there about the fish. Same thing with Rave. But he opts to just jump right through the fish, so... Oh, man. Okay, that was close. Both Rave and Mal basically exiting the level at the same time, so they're both going to the final level of Macro. As Beast gets some interesting physics for one of my least favorite levels in the game. This is from Mario Zone, and this can be fairly annoying if you get bad physics or if you're small Mario. Luckily, he has full space physics, so he can basically fly around, I think. Or is this a moon level physics? I have to take a look. No, I think this is moon level physics, yeah. So this is a little bit iffy, but not too bad. Alright, so Rave in the rat fight, he'll make his way over to Pumpkin Zone very soon. They're heading into the first level of Pumpkin Zone. Unfortunately, Beast is now small Mario. Let's see if he can get a power up here, and he can! Nice, so he gets a carrot. Alright, so to jump on top of this area here, Beast wanted to be small Mario again. Because it's really the only way to get up there properly, I think, with the moon physics. So that's why you saw him do that there. And you'll probably see Rave and Deer do the same. Alright, and as we're waiting for everyone to finish that level, and Beast is now in... What is this? This is Macro Zone 1, and it looks like we have some funny physics here as well. Yeah, definitely looks like the moon level physics once again. So this is one of the strange things that runners have to deal with, the change in physics, and it's going to be much more prevalent in the hard mode rando, but you can see here they already have to deal with some of these nuances as far as the physics changes in the game go. Oh Deer now has to make a decision as to how to get up here. Oh, and he almost got that. I'm not sure if he has enough room to. Alright, so it looks like he's going to... Okay, he's going to opt to do Small Mario as well. Alright, Rave in the same situation. He cannot get quite up to the top there, so he's probably going to have to do Small Mario as well. Mal in a bit of a predicament here, because of all these spikes. And he's going to have to get past another row of spikes, so this is not the easiest thing to do. Alright, but he does get through, so no issue. Unfortunately, Beast took the wrong exit, so he will have to do either this level or do a reset, and he's choosing to do the reset. Yeah, unfortunately, Mal died there, and he will have to... Well, he took the bell, so that's good. He wanted to restart the level, of course. Alright, so what do we have at this point? We have Beast going back through. He's going to take the other exit this time. Mal needs to get past this final part. Unfortunately, he's going to grab these ears only to become Small Mario again. But that's alright. It's just a small time one. Alright, so Deer taking the top exit here. So once again, the top exit does not work out. Deer will have to do a reset or play the level, and he will reset. While Beast already knows the outcome of that top exit, and he will take the bottom one to advance in Pumpkin Zone. Alright, and Mal is now Small Mario, gets up to the top, and makes it over to continue on. Alright, so looks like this is Space Zone 1 that Beast is on right now, with normal physics. Alright, so all of our runners having pretty bad luck with their exits here. Rave will need to do this level again. Deer and Mal all in that level as well, while Beast continues through Space Zone. He's gonna take the top exit. Now this is another level with multiple exits, and we'll see how that fares for him. So while this is all going on, I just want to mention something that there is a version 2.0 of the Randomizer that is being developed, and it'll officially support the DX ROM hack. If you've seen that, that is something that is a colorized version of Super Mario Land 2 that has slightly different physics, and you can play as Luigi. If you have not checked that out, definitely check it out if you get a chance. But yeah, the rewrite will support that, and it may also have randomized boss levels and be online as well. So just stay up to date with what Slash is doing, and we'll find out exactly what kind of features that has. Alright, so Rave heading down to take the lower exits. Mal coming up behind him. Looks like Beast will take the lower exit here as well. And Deer, unfortunately, taking the upper exit, which I think is the wrong one. Yep, it is. It's the one that Beast took before. So Beast is now in the final level of Pumpkin Zone, and Oh Dear will have to reset once again. The exits have not been kind to our runners so far. Alright, so Mal opting just to let the Goomba kill him, for good measure, of course. And we see Deer now re-entering the level to take the lower exit, while Beast is getting close to the witch fight, and he will have his 4th golden coin very soon. Rave does choose his exit correctly that time, and so Rave is in 2nd place, while Deer is in 3rd. Beast has an easy witch fight, and there is coin number 4, so he will head on to the Mario Zone. We'll see what that holds for him. Still waiting for Submarine. Submarine is a tricky level in this because of the layout of the random enemies, and as soon as that comes up, if it does, it could be interesting. Alright, so Beast, very easy level for him, just need to fly over it. Really good that he has the carrot here. Rave now entering the witch fight, should be fairly quick, although he does not have the ears, so he is going to enter the same level that Beast entered, and it's going to be a lot slower for him. And Deer, unfortunately, also losing the ears. So, based on that, I think Beast is pulling even further ahead here. Deer being cautious here because if you do drop down underneath these pipes here, you kind of have to circle around. It's a very long and arduous process. Alright, so it looks like Mal might go for the upper portion. Alright, never mind. Looks like he's gonna go for the lower exit, which is the correct one, so that's nice. He'll gain a little bit of time here. While Rave, you can see he's going underneath. While Beast just flew over the entire level, Rave needs to take the long path. This level is actually a very slow one if you do not have a carrot. So Beast continuing on, he gets a very easy auto-scroller here. This is familiar to anyone who has seen the second level in Macro Zone before. Nothing much going on here, no enemies to worry about, a few power-ups, just do whatever you want. Now you can see that Rave is encountering a few issues here because of the way the enemies are laid out. I'm not sure... Okay, so, alright, that's good. So he did get a carrot there, which makes this last portion a lot easier. And he is through that level. Alright, so Mal, unfortunately, only grabbing a 1-up there and then falling in the fire. It does happen sometimes. So let's see what he'll do here. Alright, grabbing another 1-up, and he'll probably go straight into the witch fight now. Meanwhile, Beast heading into the last level of... Oh, okay. So this is interesting. The final level of Mario Zone has the star physics, the actual, not the moon physics, but the space physics. Now, the issue with this is, you need to kill the pigs with this. And if you don't have fireballs, it makes it just a little bit awkward. So, we'll see how Beast handles this. Meanwhile, Oh Dear just floating over this level, no issues, and I think Mal has one more hit in the witch here. And there we go. Alright, so that is another carrot for Beast. Alright, so this will be an interesting fight, to say the least. I was never a big fan of these physics for the pig fight. The pig fight is pretty easy with fireballs, but otherwise, kind of awkward because of the change in speed. Okay, does a good job in the first pig. Let's see how the second one goes. Oh man, okay. Okay, so he loses one power-up there. He's still in good shape. Alright, nice. So, Beast gets through the fight fairly well. Only a loss of one power-up. Hopefully that's not needed for the next level he goes into. You can see that Mal is now heading down the Turtle Zone. I believe he just wants to move around here to change things up a bit. Meanwhile, Rave will be in the pig fight fairly soon. Just has to get past the second half of this level. So this is the B level that you see Beast and Malin right now. Not really a big fan of this one. Even worse, this level is sometimes an auto-scroller, which makes it harrowing, I would say. But yeah, there are a lot of enemies you have to deal with. These dropping bees and the spiky grubs, so not really the level that you look forward to playing. Alright, so Rave coming up to the pig fight now, and he has fireballs, so this will make this a lot easier. He's not going to have to basically time everything perfectly. But But I suppose if you lose the fireball, it's not the best situation, so hopefully this works out for him. He is now small Mario and has to be very careful. Alright, so Rave will have to redo that fight. Luckily, he did take the bell, so no worries there. And here it is. Mal is at Submarine. So 2 exits at Submarine once again. One of the exits we refer to as the Gauntlet because it is full of all sorts of enemies and traps. Sometimes those enemies and traps can be placed in situations to make it worse than other times. So Mal will go straight to the Gauntlet and we'll see what kind of configuration he gets. Alright, so a spiky guy, a fish, a shark, a bullet bill, another fish. Looks pretty... No! Okay, alright, right. Oh, man. Okay, so this is tough right here. He has a configuration with a bullet bill and a skeleton fish coming straight towards him. He'll have to wait for that fish to go backwards, maybe, to get through. It's kind of hard to figure out what the best course of action is here for Mal. In the meantime, we see that Oh Dear is now in the B level, and Beast is also trying to get his way through the gauntlet. Just needs to get over this bullet bill somehow and try to avoid these... Okay, alright. Yep, he's in pretty good shape. Okay, alright, I think he's through. Almost. Yep, okay, he's good. Alright, so Beast made it through. Mal unfortunately died again. He's going to go back to the B level, possibly for a power-up. And Beast in the final level of the Turtle Zone now. Normal physics, he does have a star, will make this part a lot easier. One thing, of course, you do want again here is you do want Fireball for the octopus. Yeah, it was Gauntlet required, so that's interesting. It's a pretty tough Gauntlet to get through. It's definitely not one of the top 3 that I've seen in terms of difficulty, but it was a little bit tricky. We'll see how Deer handles it if he decides to go that way. Usually, I see people go that way immediately. Oh, okay, so Deer checks for the Fire Flower there. Now, you don't want Fire Flower if you're going into Gauntlet. You either want to be Small Mario, or you want to have a Carrot. Those are the 2 ways to get in there. If you have a Carrot, you can kind of slip your way through here. As Small Mario, there's no issue, of course. And here, Beast does kill off the octopus, and there is the 6th golden coin for Beast. So Beast has a nice lead here. Oh dear, unfortunately dying to that skeleton fish. Rave 2 are playing some games. That's perfectly fine. I have no... I won't say anything against that. Alright, so I'm not sure if in easy mode rando you can have any physics changes in the castle, but we'll see what Beast gets here. Alright, so Beast is the first one to enter the castle. Rave actually going to take the wrong exit here, unfortunately. So he will have to come back and do the gauntlet afterwards. So Beast does have a normal castle. You will see that's not completely normal because the other thing that the randomizer changes are the size of the flames. It can be small or big, with no regards to the size of the piranha plant. Oh dear, in a tricky situation here, with a shark and a Koopa and another shark and a bonefish and... God, dude, I mean, if you did not think the randomizer was bad, then just wait until you see hard mode, it gets even worse. Alright, so Beast choosing to take the slow path here, just so he can keep Large Mario. The quickest way to do that is to be Small Mario there. But it's probably best to stay as Large Mario, as you don't know what your power-ups are going to be like later in the castle. Alright, unfortunately Mal does die there, So he'll have to go back through that level. While Oh Dear does finally finish the submarine, but it's the wrong exit. So he will float on over to the island and have to reset. Or, alternatively, go through this level. This is one of the shortest levels in the game, the one that Deer is in right now. The exit is square in the center of the level. Well, I shouldn't say in the center exactly. Close to the center of the level. In the meantime, Beast finishing off these mustachioed round objects. I'm not sure the name of those enemies, I'm sorry, that's the best way I can describe them. Rave in the same level that Deer went through. So he will take that same exit, and it looks like both Deer and Rave will go straight to Gauntlet. Floating faces, yes. Floating mustachioed faces. Alright, so Beast finishes off Wario 2, just one left, and he will be the winner of this first easy mode randomizer. And there it is, 36-19. Beast finishes in first place. Grats to Beast. So in terms of the layout here, it looks like Rave is in second. You're kind of trying to navigate his way while having the bunny ears. Alright, so you can see how Deer slid under there with the ears. It's a pretty neat tactic. And of course, this gives him a lot of room to make mistakes and he wants to make mistakes, or just kind of push his way through with no regard to whether something hits him. So Rave now in the final level of Turtle Zone. No worries, because he has a star. And unfortunately, that power-up was Moneybags. He does want something more than just Small Mario for this fight. Small Mario is kind of annoying for the octopus fight. Yes, yes. There is no shoe glitch for Beast, unfortunately. If you guys do not know, shoe glitch is a glitch that we don't exactly know how it works, but sometimes when you kill Wario 3, his shoe flies off and wraps around the room. It's really silly. Either way, Mal has gotten through Mario Zone, so he now has 5 golden coins, and Rave should shortly have 6. Yep, there is number 6 as Deer enters the octopus fight. Alright, so with cautious optimism, I am going to put favoritism towards Rave to take second place here, but we'll see what happens. Deer at a slight disadvantage in terms of timing. Alright, and we see Mal heading upward here. I think he's gonna go for... Alright, so he's going for the carrot here. That's a nice grab. But he is heading for the wrong exit. So, grabs a carrot, but he will be taking the further exit, which we do not want to see. He's gonna have to go back and do this over again. Head into Gauntlet. Alright, so Rave is now on the second level of the castle. He's Small Mario, he won't have to do the same shenanigans that Beast had to do here. He can basically just jump across like that. Definitely quicker, but taking a chance of being Small Mario just to power up to be. Deer right behind him. So you see how Deer jumps up against the wall there? That activates that platform so you can just jump onto it immediately. That's the reason that the runners do that. And so basically one room behind Rave. So this should be pretty close between Deer and Rave. something unfortunate happens. Oh, and thank you. Second place, Late Learner, 3948 off stream. Yeah, unfortunately we can only do 4 out of the 5 runners, so Late Learner did get second place, but he is not up on the screen. Congratulations to Late Learner on that. Also, feel free to call Late Learner Ross. It's shorter. Alright, so Rave now in Wario 1. Deer very close behind. Alright, so Ray finishes off Wario 2. Deer heads into the Wario 2 fight. Rave should be in a good position here to take third place. So 1, 2, and 3. Congratulations to Rave on taking third place. I think that was a 41-17 or 41-18. And Deer only about 10 to 15 seconds behind here. Yeah, 41-17, so 9-10 seconds behind. Deer in fourth place. And Mal will be rounding this out when he finishes. So we'll enjoy Mal's run while the other runners relax for a bit and get ready for the hard mode. Alright, so Mal has to backtrack here. He did take that bell, so he needs to go back to Gauntlet. He's going to get the carrot, very beneficial, as we've seen before. Unfortunately, the worst thing about those bullet bills is they kind of spawn into thin air. There's no real warning otherwise than just timing their spawn, so unfortunately if you don't have the timing down, the bullet bill just kind of spawns and there's nothing you can do. So you can see that since Mal is Large Mario, he needs to get shrunken down to Small Mario. There's no other way through that. The only way you can slide through that small area is with bunny ears. Alright, so the gauntlet that we've seen the other players do, unfortunately he did not get through that. Okay, so he has another chance to grab the carrot here, which is good. If he can just grab that carrot and keep it, he is in really good shape for this gauntlet. Oh, unfortunately, he did get hit again by that bullet bill, so he will have to go through the gauntlet as Small Mario. Now, basically, the gauntlet is just something that kind of takes... It's tough, because occasionally you'll get a gauntlet where you can't just bide your time and try to figure out the best way through it. And other times you will get a gauntlet where you can just kind of stand still and try to figure out how to work yourself through the puzzle. This one is kind of tricky because of all the skeleton fish and the bullet bills. You have to be really cognizant of where everything is, and the room you have to travel below that skeleton fish, because the hitboxes are a little bit larger than you might think. Alright, so Mal does get through, very nice, and he will continue on. Alright, so that star's going to help him out there a lot. He'll get through this portion of the level with no issue. As we saw with the other runners, I think they all went into the octopus fight as Small Mario. So that's a bit of an issue, mostly because the large octopus can spawn these small octopi, that can basically kill you very easily, and actually kill you after the fight is over. So even if you kill the large octopus with 3 hits, a small octopus can spawn and kill you as you're about to point. One of the unfortunate things about this fight. Alright, so cautiously getting through here. Alright, good. Now, if that little octopus was going in the opposite direction, that would be big trouble, but luckily it went to the right. So Mal has no problem there, and he will head into the castle to finish this up. So as a reminder to anyone that is just joining or didn't hear before, we're going to do one more race between these runners. I believe we're going to cycle out one of the runners so that Late Learner can get on the screen for a bit. And the next rando will be a hard mode rando. One of the big things about the hard mode rando, and Slash can correct me if I'm wrong here, I think it is more likely that you get some significant physics changes. Alright, so Mal entering the castle, and we'll see how he handles this. It's just a basic castle, and the first power-up there, that is a mushroom, and it usually is a mushroom. So, puts him in a good situation. Yeah, unfortunately, since the fireballs are randomized, sometimes you get caught in an area where you have to try to get yourself over one of the larger fireballs when you don't expect it. And you see that Mal just got caught there, and I've gotten caught like that many times trying to get through a randomizer. Alright, so he's small now. If he can just get past this one portion, he'll be fine. Alright, looks like he's good. Alright, so as Slash said, physics and scrolling more likely to change in certain ways, particular enemies show up more often. So we'll look for that once they move on to the hard mode rando. Alright, so looks pretty good for Mal getting through this room. The big thing here is, keep in mind platforms are randomized as well. We saw that with previous runners, so these platforms here can be a little tricky since you don't know what's coming up ahead. This platform layout is pretty good, pretty easy to navigate through. So he'll go up the stairs here, he'll see what this power-up is, and head into the, what did Slash call these before? I can't even remember. The mustachioed moon faces, whatever you want to call them. I'm sure someone has an official name for them. Alright, so if you did not know, a normal jump it'll take 2 hits to kill one of these guys. And if you do a twirling jump, or whatever you want to call it, it'll only take spin jump. I don't know why twirling came into my head. Overcomplicating things here. Alright, so he gets through these rooms, and he'll just have the 3 Warriors to go through. And then we'll move on to the next rando. Alright, so he grabs the power up there. It's going to make things a little bit easier here. You can take a hit or 2 and not worry too much. Gotta be a little bit careful here, just because of the position of Wario. Okay, alright, good. So he got through there. He's probably going to grab the next power up here as well, just to be safe, and he does. Alright, so final Wario fight. You shouldn't have much of an issue here. Oh, Oh no! And he gets hit there. Oh no! I can't believe I cursed that. I'm sorry, Mel. It was my fault. Alright, so now we'll go through these 3 sections again. Yeah, the unfortunate thing about the castle is you do not get a bell. Or do you? Wait, no, I don't think you do. That's the unfortunate thing about my memory, is it's all related to speedrunning and not casual gameplay. But as far as I remember, there's not a bell somewhere in the castle. So yeah, you do have to start all over again. Alright. So he is jumping over those platforms. You actually don't have to. So those first 2 platforms you can just run straight through. And those hands will always miss you. The third one you have to jump over. Because if you run through that, you'll die. The timing on the third hand is a little bit different. Alright, so back through the spike room, whatever you want to call this, and to the mustachioed moonface room. These are really terrible names. I'm so sorry for this. And once he gets through here, he will be back into the Wario fight. Alright, so Wario won again. One thing I'd like to mention here, if you do not know, that timer at the bottom that is counting down, 741, 740, 739, if the last digit is a 0, 4, or an 8, there is a pattern that Wario will do when entering Wario 2 that is the same every time. And it's advantageous because he drops down quickly, and there is a way to handle it quite easily. Alright, so that's good. That's good. Wario 2, pretty simple. He is losing 1 power-up, but let's hope that he gets through this one. That's 1, 2, and number 3 now finishes in the time of, I believe, 52:57. Congratulations to all runners for finishing. Me, myself, I would have given up for sure, because that is what I usually do, so thank you for all runners for persevering and showing us the world of the Super Mario Land 2 Randomizer. And coming up next, we are going to see a little bit different of a randomizer with hard modes, so